Hello, culture shocks in China, the ones I've experienced. Number one, they sell chicken as a whole, with the head and with the feet in it. I don't know if it has the organs, because I haven't bought it, but the chicken is complete. Just imagine it without the feathers. That's how you get it. Now you can also get the pieces of it, but it's normally also sold complete. I'm not used to that. They also sell duck neck bone or neck meat. Once I got this meat, it was like dry, and I bought it to try out. Didn't know what it was. Turns out it was duck, and I just couldn't eat it after. I don't know. Then the taste is a Chinese taste. It's like sweet, and it's on meat. It doesn't go well. I'm not used to that. Now that's another thing. A lot of the flavors in China are sweet. It's not like in the US of the Panda Express that it says sweet chicken and sour chicken. It's not like that. It's much different. It's a sweeter sweet, and there's not actually sour food here. There is spicy food, lots of it, but I haven't tried anything that is soury besides soy sauce that you put on your dumplings. Next one, that is like a ravioli. It has meat inside or a shrimp inside. Sometimes vegetables and egg. It's a dough, little one, yeah, like a ravioli, and you put some soy sauce, spicy sauce on it, and then just grab it and eat it. It's really good. I recommend it. That's one thing I did not expect, but it's amazing. And then you have also not dumplings, bao ci, they call it. It's like a ball of dough. Imagine like like a donut without the hole, and in the inside there is also pork meat of different spices, different seasonings, or there's other types of meat, sometimes beans or sweet beans. It really depends. There's anything you want to put in it. You buy it from people in the streets or sometimes the restaurants as well, but most of the time I get it from the sort of 7-Elevens that are out there. Instead of hot dogs, they sell these balls that are of bread. They're so good too. Sometimes they're not, but most of the time they are. Where I am, they sell donkey burgers. The name says it all. It has that meat. It tastes okay. It tastes normal. It depends on the chef how he prepares it, but it's meat nonetheless. Quite fatty, but it's good. It's really good. One burger fills you up, and it's like small, and it was packed. Now another thing that was culture shock comes with a stereotype. I know, strange. It doesn't happen often, but I did see in the market dog meat being sold. It was the entire dog tied to a tree. Took a picture of it. I'm not gonna show it because it's gonna turn some stomachs. But yes, I've seen it. I've been told there's some restaurants that sell it, like they'll tell you they sell it, but it's very few. I haven't seen them. Who knows if I'll ever see them. It's rare, and I've only seen that once in the 4 months I've been here. But another culture shock was the fresh fish they sell in the market. So there's this market outside the street where the sellers, the people go in, they get all the vegetables, fruits, mushrooms, meats, everything is fresh, including the fish, and the fish is alive in buckets of water. Now the people, I've seen them, they pick a fish, they point it, I want this one. The seller grabs the fish, puts it on the floor, grabs a piece of wood, and then smacks it on the head a few times. So it literally kills it in front of you, in front of everybody. You see this happening. The kill happens first before they weight the fish. So I guess in case you want to refuse afterwards, like, hey, you cannot refuse the dead fish anymore. I kill it now. Take it. So I don't know if that's part of the marketing strategy, but they kill it right in front of you. And it's just so funny because not a lot of people can handle that. A lot of the foreigners that I've been with, when they see it, they rather turn their heads. For some reason, I'm like, oh, just look at it. Just look at the people doing this, and look at the other people looking at it like it's normal. It's just so entertaining. Not the killing of the fish, but the fact that people see it as normal, and it's like, hey, this is another world. I'm not back home. This is something else right here. Another thing is the fresh prawns or fresh shrimp. They also sell it in those same places. and it tastes really good. And surprisingly, it's also well. Like sometimes it's alive, sometimes it's dead. Most times it's fresh without ice. Not without ice, like it hasn't been frozen, but sometimes you can see that it's been frozen. It has the ice. It's just fresh, and it's cheaper than you would imagine. So I've been eating it while I've been here, and I haven't when I was in the US. So that's a great experience for me. A bit of a shock too to see it fresh out there. I was like, I don't know if I should buy it. Like it's seafood outside. Is it okay? I haven't gotten sick, so I guess it's okay. Um, Let me see what else they have here. Chicken, I talk about that. The chicken feet, they eat a lot of chicken feet, and it's also advertised as fried chicken feet. I haven't tried it, I'm not into it, but who knows, maybe one day. I've also seen a lot of liver in the meals. Well, once in a while you see liver, so that was something new to me. I don't usually see that type of meat on restaurants, but that's how it works here. And if you're a vegetarian or a Muslim, that's the second culture shock. Pretty difficult to find food for you. Mostly vegetarian or vegan, more like I should say. Um, I've had situations when I'm with a friend and we're trying to translate to the restaurant owner or the person there that we want something without meat, or we translate the word vegetarian, and then we agree. We even show them the ingredients. The ingredient no, the egg no, this no. Sometimes if it's possible, and then they agree and they say yes, okay. So they bring the dishes, and then it turns out it has fish, or yeah, it turns out it has fish, and then my friend cannot eat it because to him that's meat that he wouldn't eat. So I guess vegan, um, or whichever. So I don't know what it is, if it's the talking, the communication, or it's because they don't understand the fact, the category vegan or vegetarian. I guess it's not something common here in China to be vegetarian. So when you tell that to people, they may say, okay, so meat is not okay, but then you can have egg, you can have chicken, you can have fish, you can have shrimp. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time with communication. That has happened a lot of times. There's other times where we say also vegan, the person agrees, then he has egg, and the friend is all a little bit annoyed because it's been like that for a while. Also for Muslims, the same thing. It's difficult to find halal places. In the market, there are some products like frozen chicken with a mark on the corner that is halal. Fish, I don't know, other types of food it tells you, but obviously it's in Chinese, so you have to ask other Muslim friends around you that they may know which one to recommend you. There's also butchers that are halal, although they are few, and same for the restaurants, few. However, if you get a friend that is from China or from the city that can speak, this friend may know even more places that we, the foreigners that don't speak Chinese, will know. So there may be more halal places that I know, but you need maybe a Muslim Chinese friend to help you out. But you will find it. Now, it will be difficult. So for the vegans and Muslims, difficult to eat here, but possible. The option that you can do is eat at home, cook it yourself, buy the ingredients, you know the drill. And once you find a restaurant that sells the way you want it, you can go there all the time. Now that's it for food. There's of course culture shocks that I've experienced, and there's a few more at the top of my head that I can just throw. The cheese is rare to find, milk is rare. If you find that it's expensive, there's certain ingredients that you will realize are non-existent, or they are in very low quantities and the price is quite high. Cheese is one of them, and beef is another. You can find lamb and beef, but very small thin cuts, and it will be expensive when you buy big chunks. Chicken is okay, you'll find it everywhere, still like medium price. Sometimes it's expensive, sometimes it's cheap. I guess depends where you buy it. And one thing that is amazing though, eggs are pretty cheap and they're everywhere, literally everywhere. However, when you buy them, you put them in a bag, in a plastic bag. So you actually buy eggs by picking them one by one. You don't get, you can get them in the container, but they're like 3 times more expensive. And if you get it one by one in a plastic bag, it's so cheap. You can get maybe 12 eggs for less than $1. And I've seen ladies getting huge bags of eggs. I've also done that, but of course comes with its risk. Sometimes I come home with one broken, or there was another time that the bag slipped from my hand and about 3 of them broke in there. It's a risk. It's what it is. That's the culture shocks of food in China. So thank you so much and bye bye.